we have the data in Excel, we're going to copy and paste the bits we need and put them into a new sheet where we just have that data on its own. So we start here by clicking in the top left-hand cell, which is A1, and then hold the cursor down and pull it out and highlight the whole of the top down to personal consumption expenditures. Then we can go to Edit, Copy, and then we go down here, and on the plus side we add plus, and it brings up a new sheet, sheet 4 in this case because I messed up twice already. And now we can do paste, and now our data appears in sheet 2. So if we go back to sheet number 1, we scroll down to find the clothing spending data. It's under non-durable goods. I'm going to use this one, other clothing materials and footwear. So let's click on row 114, and we're going to edit, copy that, and we go back to sheet number 4 here. When you do it, it'll be sheet 2, and now we have our data. You can see that we can't actually read these labels, so that's an easy fix. We just go up to the header column here between B and C, and you get this double-headed arrow in black, and you just click down on the cursor and pull it out. Just click down and pull out, and there we go. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a chart. So we draw a chart by highlighting this data. We need the years and the quarters, and we need all the data points. So we click here and then hold down the cursor and pull it out and incorporate all the data. Sorry, it bleeds off on the screen to the right here. And then we do Insert Chart. And when we do Insert Chart, it shows different kinds of charts. And we're going to do a line chart. That's what we really need. So there we go. It automatically draws a line chart. And so now that's quite interesting. So there's a couple of issues here. So in fact, I only want us to use this data, the other clothing, materials and footwear, for the chart. But I did this because what you can see is that the total total personal consumption expenditures is so big that it squishes the other series pretty much to the zero line. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight the total expenditures line by clicking on it, and then we can hit delete. And now suddenly, magically, the whole scale changes, and now we see a redrawn chart, and with a title now, because this is other clothing materials and footwear. And now in this chart we can do a few things. So first of all, we can add a chart element. So we can go over here. We want to label this axis. I mean, what is this? Is it 92,000 something? Is it 92 million? Is it 92 billion? Is it 92,000 widgets? 92,000 drachma? 92,000 euros? What is it? So we're going to label it. So we add a chart title by going over here, axis title, and we're going to do primary vertical. That's the y-axis, as most statisticians and mathematicians will tell you. The y points down, so the y-axis is the vertical axis. And actually this data we know from the top up here is in millions of dollars. So a figure of 92,000 is actually 92 billion. But we're just going to say here dollars, in fact, let's say millions of dollars. So let me go down here, millions of dollars. So now our title says our y-axis title says millions of dollars. So this means this number is actually, because it's in millions, this number is actually 92, not 92,000, but 92,000 million, which means 92 billion. So always got to be careful with describing what numbers mean. So now we want to make the title more meaningful. So it's only got the row heading here, but what this is about is consumer expenditure on other clothing, materials, and footwear. So we're going to tidy that up. The 13 and the 17 we don't need because they're notes. And but the time series, this time series goes from 2017 to 2019. And although we've got it on the axis, we need it in the title too. It's millions of dollars. And we're missing one other important point, which is that this data is in quarters. It's quarterly. Quarterly consumer expenditures on other clothing, materials, and footwear, 2017 to 2019, in millions of dollars. And there we've got a nice title. And now we can click off the chart, and we now have a very professional looking chart. Oh, there's one other little thing. I see down here there's a legend, but actually we don't need a legend since there's only one item. And it's described up here, so we can actually delete the legend, which we can do by clicking on it. So it's got these little squares, and then hit delete, and now it resizes. In actual fact, it's made, for some reason, this bleed down to the bottom of the chart, but there we go, that's a bit better. So now we have our chart, and you can copy and paste that into a Word document and fit it to the width of the document, and use it in a report.